Pop up.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome to Movie Intuition.
I'm Amanda, and this is Lillian. And we are here on this lovely Monday. It's pretty gloomy here, but I hope you're having a wonderful day.
Now I'm not happy. Taking a nap.
Yes. So we're going to quickly do a quick video because we don't have a ton of time. We have a church meeting in a little while, but we wanted to hop on today to share one more little fun activity you can do with your little ones, age preschool through, you could do this honestly through any elementary school. It's an ABC Scavenger Hunt. And I'll tell you how you can kind of make it more difficult for older kids. And then I'm going to talk about the power of choices, especially when it comes to raising toddlers, or like I said, once again, this would apply to elementary school.
Wands?
Yeah, we tried to do the dancing worms one last time and it failed. That's why we're doing the ABC Scavenger Hunt today, because we tried to do a fun dancing worms video earlier last week and it didn't work, which happens sometimes, right?
Yeah.
In science, we try to do things fun and sometimes it don't work. So we are going to start with a quick prayer to Mary, because it is the month of May. So it's the month of Our Lady. Once again, keep in mind, I love this quote, and I forgot what saint said it, but it's on my Instagram page.
We did talk to Miss Wendy.
We talked to Miss Wendy earlier today. She is the teacher who runs the play groups around this area, and she does home visits. So we've been doing virtual home visits. So yeah, we pray to Mary because we cannot be afraid of loving Mary too much, because we can never love her more than Jesus did. So can we say a quick prayer to Mary?
We are stuck inside.
Because it rained all day, right? In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. All right. So today we have an ABC Scavenger Hunt, and to assist me, I have Lillian's Elmo ABC game case. You could also use magnet letters. You actually don't need technically the letters at all. I'm doing this because it's more kid-friendly for Lillian. But if you have kids who are older and can write, maybe a kid in first or second grade or even older, I would have them use a notebook and write out the letters of the alphabet. And I'm going to do that too, because I'm going to write the word out for Lillian to see. So I'm going to write them nice and big: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. And so I'll keep going with those. But what I would have a child do who's old enough to write in or draw is write the word of the thing they find, and it's a scavenger hunt, and then draw a picture. So I'll show you how this works. So we'll start, Lillian. We're going to start with, don't pull them out yet. I know usually we do this as a puzzle game, right? Today we're going to do it a little differently. So Mommy's going to pull out a letter, and you're going to find something in the house that starts with that letter. So what letter is this?
A.
A. So can you think of something that we have in this house that starts with the letter A?
Apple.
Can you go get me one? Run. So in their notebooks, if they're a little bit older, like while she runs and finds it, I'm going to write the word apple. And I might even draw a little picture because that won't take me much effort. And I'll color it later. But that way I can show her later. Oh, A is apple. And we've been practicing letters a lot of different words. So the first few are easy for us because we've been doing a lot of examples from our house. Some of them are going to be more challenging. So just keep that in mind. I feel like we could probably find one thing for every letter in our house, or at least looking outside, things like that. The fun thing about this is that the kids get active. They get to run around. For older kids, they can do something much more challenging. You can pick a topic. I used to do with my elementary and middle school kids is I give them a textbook and introduce a new topic, like the rock cycle or whatever it is, a new topic, the weather, whatever they're reading about in their science book, because I used to teach science. That's what I would do, ecosystems, life cycles. And then they have to find one word or in the book relating to that topic. So it can get much more specific and more difficult for older kids. You don't have to just do it as an ABC activity. Good job. Lillian got us an apple. Yay, high five. Oh, we're going to do the next one. Ready? Lillian, what letter is this?
B.
What starts with the letter B in the house?
Apple.
No, B. What starts with B?
Dog.
B.
Doggy.
No, not duh. That's duh doggy. B.
Dada.
Good guess. That's a duh sound again. Dada. B.
B.
What starts with B? B.
B.
A bumblebee would. Yeah, look over here. What starts with B?
Banana.
A banana starts with B. It's a good thing we had one right there. So mommy's going to write down banana in the notebook. And I'm going to draw a banana. All right, so there's our banana. How about the next letter, Lillian? Let's try this one. This one's pretty easy.
C is for cookie.
C is for cookie. We don't have any cookies because you just ate the last one. But you do have someone in your room that starts with C. It says like cookie what?
Mom?
Can you go get Cookie Monster?
Yeah.
Go get him fast.
He's sick, but he's okay.
So you see how this goes. Cookie Monster. I'm going to draw a little.
They are sick, so it's okay.
It's okay?
Yeah. If they're sick in this video.
Okay, show everyone who you got.
Okay. Watch it anyway. It's Cookie Monster.
And what's Cookie Monster say?
I don't know.
Cookies. That's not a very good picture of Cookie Monster. I'll color him blue later. Cookie Monster, banana, apple. Oh, we got fun stuff so far. Okay, how about this letter?
E.
No, this one's the letter of the week. What letter is that?
It's on a preschool
Yeah,
board.
it's on our preschool board. What letter is it? D. Deer says
D.
D. What starts with D?
Dada.
Dada. Where's Dada?
Dada.
Point to him. You found him. Good. So we have Dada for D. Now it's this one.
E.
E. What starts with E?
Morning.
Ernie. You're right. Ernie. We don't have an Ernie, but we do have something else that starts with E. I'll give you a hint. It goes like this.
Elephant.
Can you go get an elephant? Go get one. Quick. So, like I said, once again, can be very easily adapted to any age. For older kids, it's going to be much more an independent activity. And I wouldn't do stuff like this where you're finding any random objects. You could, but, for older kids, try to have them find something related to a topic. You want to show everyone?
Yeah.
Elephant starts with B. So Lillian's just learning the alphabet, but older kids can do ones based on a topic. So make it much more challenging. Thank you. You did it. Have an elephant.
Oh, thank you.
Here, we'll do one more, okay? Do this one.
E.
We already did E. E.
F.
F. Yes. What starts with F?
Football.
Football. Yep. Or
Foot.
a foot. Where's a foot? Can you find me a foot? Where can we find a foot?
I know.
Where can you find a foot? Do you see a foot?
Yeah.
Where is it? Whose foot is it? Dada's foot. Good. All right. Thank you so much for helping. You can read a book with Dad if you want, or you can stay and watch me do the rest of my video.
Yeah. I want to go read book with Dada.
Good. We'll do more letters later, okay? We'll do a little bit each day because that would take a long time for us to get through the whole alphabet. But yeah, you can break it up. Like I said, it gets them running, gets them doing something, exercising. But it's just a fun way for them to keep busy and practice the alphabet or learn a new topic and explore vocabulary. All right. I did want to talk about for my motherly advice today, choices, the power of choices. So this is one of Matt and I's favorite parental guidance books. I know some people aren't the biggest fan of Love and Logic. I personally love the Love and Logic system, mostly because I used it a lot when I was a teacher. And it's a little different for classroom management, but not a whole lot. If you're not familiar with Love and Logic, this is the early years. But the key behind it is really empathy from our perspective, us showing empathy to our kids when they're going through something difficult. And I know it seems, hard if they're going, I have trouble with it. It's very difficult to do, but when a kid's having a difficult time understanding, Lillian has the classic toddler temper tantrums where it's like, today she started crying because I put the blueberries away in the freezer before giving her one. And I didn't realize she wanted one. So it's just that showing the empathy instead of just being like, oh, just Lillian, I didn't hear you, and moving on. It's, oh, I'm sorry. It's showing the empathy. So there's a ton of different strategies in here. But one of the keys that Matt and I love to our parental management system is the power of choices. So I'm just going to hit some bullet points of what the book outlines. Feel free to pick up your own copy. Love and Logic, Magic for Early Childhood. But here's the basics of choices. This is just an easy way to implement into your parental system behavior management. And it's not really, this isn't punish-based at all. This is simply like setting a foundation for how you're going to set boundaries. That's what I'd say the biggest thing for this is setting boundaries. So one way to start is that I'd say with little kids like Lillian, really focus on when you're giving your child choices. Pick 2 choices that you as a parent love. And that's the key. No matter what the choices are, you get 2 choices for snack. You get 2 choices for what we're going to do next. 2 choices for when we go to bed. That seems silly because you're like, oh, but I get to choose when they go to bed. Yes. The whole point is the choices are up to you. So you can, example, bedtime or nap time. Okay. We can get ready for bed now or in 5 minutes. Look at that. Or, once again, you can do something like we can get ready for bed in 10 minutes or we can get ready for bed in 15 minutes. You're giving choices that you're happy with. Either way, it's in a short period of time, but you're giving the child choices of what they get to do. Okay, we can read 1 book on the couch and 1 in your bed, or 2 books in your bed. You give the child the choices and 2 choices that you're happy with. Now, the reason why some of these may seem like silly choices, but you're giving the child a little bit of control in their mind. And the key here is that you're giving them the choices now so that later when you need to say, it's mommy's choice now. There's no choice about this. It's mommy's choice. We're getting in the car right now. There's no argument. Mommy gave you lots of choices earlier. Remember, you got to pick your snack and you got to pick which restaurant we went to for lunch. And you got to pick, the shirt you picked out of the store. You give them a lot of choices throughout the day. That way, when you need to say, okay, sweetie, there's no choice right now. We need to leave right now so we're not late for the doctor. This is mommy's choice, not yours. There are going to be times where you need to put down the foot and say, no, mommy gets to choose right now. And as a parent, that happens a lot. But if you have moments, even when you can give a tiny leeway for making a choice, give it. Snacks. I think I did a video of this earlier on eating habits for babies and toddlers. One of the keys for us for healthy eating habits, and it's not like we don't eat snacks. We eat snacks, but when it comes to making sure she's not saying, I want ice cream for a snack, sometimes I give her 4 choices, but I give her choices that I'm happy with for her eating snacks. And at this point, there's no fuss because she likes all these foods because I set up those boundaries earlier. And I know every kid's different. Your kid is not necessarily going to like eating broccoli, but you set these up early and you have less fights later on. Like I already said, you give a variety of choices throughout the day. So, whether it's, which toothpaste flavor do you want to brush your teeth with? Which shampoo do you want to use during bath time? What stuffed animal do you want to sleep with now during nap time? You give a variety of little choices throughout the day. That way, when you need to take control and make the decision as the parent, it's much easier to do so because you said, okay, well, I gave you your choices earlier. You got to choose which park we went to today for playtime. So now mommy gets to choose, make a choice that we need to leave right now, so we're not late to pick up your sister or whatever it is. And here's one more piece of advice, is that the choices must be made quickly, or you as the parent get to choose. So Love and Logic suggests 10 seconds. They get 10 seconds to choose. Otherwise, you, the parent, get to choose. That, instead of having, especially if it's something the kid doesn't want to, like, bedtime in 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Sometimes the kids can say, I don't want to go to bed now. I don't want to go to bed now. I want to go to bed in 1 hour, especially as they get a little, smarter and start recognizing the amounts of time. There are going to be moments where your child is going to try to outsmart it or choose a third non-existent choice. And so if they're going to sit there and, I don't want those choices. I don't want those choices. That's when you as a parent get to say, time's up. Okay, mommy chooses. We're going to get ready for bed in 5 minutes. And then if, a temper tantrum ensues, that's when you move to consequence. The Love and Logic book suggests the uh-oh system, or, some parents, if you don't use uh-oh, you can do bummer, which is basically, uh-oh, that's sad you're acting this way. Mommy gave you choices and you didn't pick. So it looks like some quiet bedroom time. So it's basically a little timeout time. Love and Logic goes into a lot more detail about the uh-oh system. I highly recommend it. I'm not always the best at it. I'm trying to get better and better, but I recommend it as once again, showing empathy. It's a good way for you not to get frustrated as a parent. Just quickly move, uh-oh, and you move to the quiet bedroom time. There's no lecture or getting into too much detail. I think it works out really well. And like I said, it always starts with the power of choices. This is a good foundation to start with, especially if you're having trouble with something like food choices, or your child's having trouble transitioning to different activities. Give them choices. And then once they realize that they have two choices and they have to make that choice quickly, it might be a little rough those first few times, but the more you do those choices, the more they're going to move quickly into realizing that that's it. That's the deal. And you as a parent made, that boundary. That's the strict boundary. Two choices that you as a parent are happy with. It's not, okay, you get to pick out a snack at the grocery store. That's it. No, you say, okay, here are your two choices for your snack. You get to pick out at the grocery store. You can pick out bananas or cheese sticks. You get to really specify. Don't leave open-ended things. You get to pick out one treat while we're out today. No, you specify. Okay, well, we're at Target. You get to pick out one racing car or one bouncy ball, something that's a low cost if you're going to pick out a prize or things like that. So those are just some good, hopefully some good examples that you can go and utilize as a parent. I hope some of this was helpful today with a fun little ABC activity and the power of choices. Definitely check out Love and Logic if you're in search of a good management technique book. There are so many out there. I would love to hear your favorite management technique book. If you haven't, check me out on Instagram, MuzIntuition88, and be sure to tune in for more videos later. I know Matt and I have been meaning to do one soon as well, or maybe he'll just do a solo one sometime soon. Maybe. Just saying, you don't have to. I know I've been doing a lot of videos. But yeah, hopefully be back later this week. Like I said before, I'm trying to do 3 videos a week. So I'll be back later this week with a full homeschooling lesson. Maybe I'll tune into Circle Time. And then later as well this week for a In My Humble Opinion. So I hope you have a wonderful Monday, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.